is a fitness tracker under £40 actually worth it? Well, today we're going to be looking at the Riversong Wave HR to try and answer that question. Hey guys, Michael from Copper vs Glass, and as I mentioned, we're looking at a fitness tracker today, which is something kind of different for the channel. Now this is the Riversong Wave HR, and it features everything that you think that a fitness tracker would feature. It's got a heart rate monitor, obviously features the time and date, it can notify of incoming calls and text messages, it also says what burned calories it estimates that you've burnt throughout the day, sleeping monitor, reminders to move, and also there is a find your phone feature as well. Now in terms of the band itself, it is very sturdy and also quite nice as well, and I've not really had any issues at all while wearing it. It hasn't got in the way or anything, and working behind a desk and typing, I've not come across really any problems. Now it does feature a screen which you can't really see unless it is turned on using the button on the side, and then there's a small touch sensor just below there where you can cycle through all of the different things like how far you've walked, steps, time and date, and all the other features that are included within the actual smart monitor itself. Now you can also press the button on the side, however it's not very tactile and doesn't really give a lot of feedback, so I'd recommend just using the touch sensor just here below the screen. Now there is also a motion detector in the actual band itself, however it's not 100% reliable. As you can see here moving it around, it doesn't always come on, which can be a bit of a problem, as if you are kind of moving around and you want to quickly glance at the time, it doesn't always pop up, meaning again you will have to unfortunately press the button, but again that's not really that big a deal in my opinion. Now the band actually opens and closes kind of like the Apple Watch, where it kind of folds under itself, and once opened you can see here the heart monitor just below, and you've also then got the part where you actually charge it. Now unfortunately it isn't just micro USB, which is a little bit unfortunate, but in terms of the actual charging cradle itself, it is very easy to attach. You just kind of clip it on and then plug it into somewhere that has a USB, and then you're pretty much set and ready to go. Now in terms of the battery life, it's going to last around a week or so on a charge. I found that it lasts between 6 and 7 days, and you can push it further to maybe 10 days depending on how much activity you're actually doing. If you're using it more of like a watch on some of those days, then again it's going to last a pretty long time on the battery. In terms of charging the battery, it's only going to take about an hour to go from 0 to 100% depending on the wall outlet that you're actually using. So in terms of the overall finish and just in general how it feels on your wrist, you definitely can't go wrong for something that's under £40 that looks and feels this good. Now keep in mind guys that a Fitbit is going to cost you $100 or even hundreds of pounds, so to pay under half for something as good as this is definitely a good thing in my books. Now the good stuff doesn't end there, as there's also a free application available for both iOS and Android, and you use this app to actually get the information from the band onto your phone to keep track of everything, whether that's over a day, week, month or even a year, and again the application is extremely nice. Now personally I hadn't heard of Riversong, and when they sent out the Wave HR for me to review for you guys, I was a bit skeptical in terms of how the app would work and just in general the band itself. However, after using it for roughly a week, I'm really happy with the results. So with the application you can keep track of all your activities over a week, month or year, and you've got some really nice graphics and graphs here to show all of the information as well. So again it's extremely well thought out and the application is really nice. Now you can also change some of the actual device settings as well in terms of what you are going to get with notifications. Now for me, I've got my Moto 360, so in terms of things like call alerts and SMS and things, I've actually got those turned off. You can see here from this menu there's a bunch of things that you can have on, including the wrist sense, which again is a little bit hit and miss sometimes, and you've also got a find phone feature as well, and you've also got an option here to change things like your daily target, so again you can customize it to exactly what you need. Now the bands can also keep track of your sleep as well, so it can tell you, as you can see down the bottom here, when you are in a deep sleep, a light sleep, or when you are awake, and again this is good to kind of keep track of how well or how bad you're sleeping, and again all you need to do is just wear the band when you're asleep and it does it all for you. You don't need to notify the application or anything of when you are nodding off. So again it's great and it just works seamlessly, which is really cool. So just to recap, we've got a really nice band with a really nice fit and finish and a great companion application to go with it as well. So where's the downside? Because like I say, it's under £40, there must be something wrong with this. So what I've done was use a bunch of different applications to get the steps and also the distance, and we're going to have a quick comparison. So as you can see here with the Wave HR, I've done 4,732 steps over 3.40 kilometers. Now in terms of Google Fit, as you can see here, the steps actually then change to 4,397 steps, and in terms of the distance, that then goes down to 3.2 kilometers. So you can see that there is a slight difference, although it's not necessarily a massive difference. Now on the iPhone side of things, I used Strava throughout the whole day when I had the Fitband on, and as you can see here, steps is non-applicable because it doesn't show steps, but in terms of distance, I've got 4.30 kilometers, which is nearly a whole kilometer more. Now I would trust what Strava says, because just in terms of the way the application works and the way that it is designed, but again, I would take it with a pinch of salt in terms of with the fitness band. Now I was walking around town for this experiment, so there was a couple of occasions where I was holding bags and the band itself wouldn't necessarily be moving, so that's definitely something to keep in mind with any sort of fitness band, is you need to kind of keep moving your hands or your arms and things to actually get your steps up. So now to the main question, would I actually recommend this fitness band over a better known brand, for instance like a Fitbit or even an Apple Watch or something from Android Wear? And the simple answer is yeah, I would. If you want a very simple fitness tracker that keeps track of just the bare minimum in terms of heart rate, footsteps and also the distance as well, this is definitely a great buy. And obviously you need to keep in mind the price of under £40 here in the UK, and I'm going to have links in the description down below so that you guys can get it wherever you are. Now in terms of the band itself, like I mentioned, I would definitely recommend it. However, if you do already have something like an Android Wear or an Apple Watch, then it's not necessarily needed all that much. However, if you are maybe a tighter budget and you can't afford something like a Fitbit, then this is definitely the best way to go. Now if you guys want some more information about the Wave HR, I'm going to have full links in the description down below to Riversong's website, and also so you can get one from yourself from Amazon. So again, links in the description down below. And if you've got any questions about the actual fitness band that are maybe more specific than what I've gone over in this video, then be sure to leave it in the comment section down below or on Twitter at Copper vs Glass. For more great content, don't forget to subscribe. I'm Michael, thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.